They right now are searching for a bucket.
Barea with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Inside runner, and Cousins puts it back in.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game.
And here is Curry. It's Redick on the wing. Here's Bogut. That one a little long.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And it's Iguodala again missing. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Antetokounmpo. Burks dishes to Cousins. And the powerful one-handed slam.
I'll tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And again, no good by Golden State.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars in Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good... coaches. You've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. Good on the shot.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is one to get a team going. We'll see if that's the case here.
Now here's Barea looking for his first basket still in this one.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Curry attacking, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
My goodness, what a move. He left the defender in the dust.
Just glided in for the finish, as smooth as a soaring eagle.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Boozer, no luck.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Now Curry. 5 points in the game. From outside the arc. And it's good. Curry's got 8. Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
.119 left here in the opening quarter. It's Ariza on the wing. Lets the three fly. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Ariza's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pelicans leading by 3. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one is on Ariza.
still, I don't know that anyone can define what Giannis's position is. It's kind of still up in the air. I mean, he's played mostly on the wing a season ago, and thus far, maybe that could end up being the best fit.
Prior to last season, Giannis was experimenting with the point guard position for stretches during the summer league.
Well, you know, Kevin, he's just the type of guy whose size and length really allow him to guard every position.
True. Here's Cole. This one for three, and the rebound goes to Boozer. 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Temple the pass to Jennings. Fires for three. And the Pelicans get it back. Boozer. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Pick by Zeller. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pelicans lead by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with...
Let's take them back.
And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kevin. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Kenneth Faried is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Garrett Temple. And there's Terry, and it's Burks in at the 3 slot. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
From deep three-point range, and it's Cole missing.
You don't want your best shooter heaving up that shot.
Exactly. Even the top three-point specialists in the league would probably catch heat for taking that shot.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. And it's Terry off the drive. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Warriors trail by 8. On the wing, Gordon. Terry covering. Stolen by Terry. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Terry's got the ball. Here's Burks. And it's blocked by Gordon. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. DeMarcus Cousins, 3rd.
How about if we just call them the top glass eaters? They gobble up those rebounds, and some guys just have a knack for being able to do that.
Pelicans leading by 8. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And Steph Curry with the foul.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Timeout. 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 Start it.
Timeout called the Warriors. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Warriors trail by 10.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Shot clock at 6. Gordon kicks to Curry. Unloads. And the Warriors get it back.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And, Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can drop an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right.
J.J. Redick.
And Redick is just an unbelievable three-point shooter. It's not just his volume. It's his pinpoint accuracy. By the end of last season, Redick was 40% from behind the arc for his career.
And both free throws good for Redick. And for Redick, he knew what his NBA... career would be like way back in 2005. Clark, I recall him saying, I think I'll be a role player like 80% of the players in the league. I don't expect to be a star. I'll just shoot. I'll be a team player.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. He was highly decorated in college, but every scout knew his strength was shooting the basketball, and JJ knew it as well.
On the wing, Terry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Iguodala. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Passes it to Burks. Terry outside. Fareed, a screen on Redick. Cousins. The shot misses. Gordon with the defensive effort. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by Terry. Here's Burks. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Boy, for Alec Burks, he really started to put it all together in his third season. He doubled his scoring average, shooting percentage was up. Then last season, a strong start, but a shoulder injury. Cut short what I thought was going to be his best season yet.
So for the Pelicans, Carlos Boozer's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Jason Terry. And it's Jennings in for J.J. Barea. From deep three-point range. Yep, it goes in. The Pelican lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Stephen Curry. And back to Alec Burks, a guy who entered the league with raw talent, but once the light went on, Greg, he showed the ability to help his team in a number of ways.
Yeah, he's going to be the prototype in terms of a two-way player. He's a guy who can not only score it for you, but he'll rebound and defend it. But what impressed me last season is he averaged 3 assists a game, really looked to make plays for his teammates.
Curry, good.
They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook. Perfect. Nice high release. Splash.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark
Yes,
bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
I agree, and a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago, and never really got back on track.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Golden State. Riza comes in for Andre Iguodala.
And, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
Warriors trail by 6. From deep three-point range, that's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. Poked away. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Antetokounmpo dishes to Boozer. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who could become a perennial all-star.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. Right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
And guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game. Some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action, and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than... bad with this style of play.
New Orleans leading by 8. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
16 seconds left here in the second. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. 16 feet away, and an air ball on that one. Way off. Reddick inside the line. Releases from the wing and drills it. Reddick's got 4 points in the quarter. And that does it for the first half of play.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith, and New Orleans had no problems getting going. A smoldering performance for them early as they shut down everything defensively. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the
And now the third quarter about to get going. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got J.J. Redick, Iguodala out there with Gordon, then it's Bogut, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot. And it's the Warriors with the ball, trailing here by 8. Bogut against Cousins, and the rejection by Cousins.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Kicks it out to Gordon. There's the 3. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Burks' shot is good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
It's Curry outside, and that one's good. Curry's got 17.
And for the Pelicans last year, they were at their best when they had great ball movement. Very tough to guard their team when the offense was so active.
And Cousins throws it down.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Well, on the Pelicans, guys, they were 25-4. This is a good point, Greg.